Here at Always Wondered, we like to look beyond the ordinary to uncover life's little mysteries. We're not the look at life through rose-colored glasses type of people. No, we're more of the mud-splattered goggles crowd. Because when life gets a little bit messy, that's when things start to get interesting. So every episode, we dive into the kind of weird questions that usually produce even weirder answers. Customs, traditions, products, pets, pastimes, and the curious turn of a phrase. We dig through history, science, and a few questionable life choices, so you don't have to. So grab your curiosity and maybe a clean paper towel. It's time to rinse off some of that grime from these goggles and find the fascinating facts that lie underneath.
I was not aware of that.
Welcome to the podcast that answers some of the questions you've always wondered about.
It's the Always Wondered podcast.
Hi, I'm Rick Peterson. Thanks for joining us. You probably have mailed a letter before. Maybe a package. Maybe even a Christmas fruitcake that somehow arrived 3 months late.
Yep, still hard as a rock. Just the way I like them.
But you have to hand it to the post office. They do allow you to mail some rather unusual items without any packaging. Things like coconuts, potatoes, or painted rocks. You just write the address on the item, affix the proper postage, and the mail service will deliver it. So that brings us to our question. Have you always wondered, what is the strangest thing that's ever been mailed? Well, there once was a time when the post office allowed you to mail, wait for it, children.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is true.
Neither snow nor rain, nor gloom of night shall stop me from delivering little Timmy to Grandma's house.
In 1913, the U.S. Post Office introduced parcel post. Instead of just cards and letters, you could now send packages through the U.S. mail up to 50 pounds. It was a game changer, especially for places like the Sears and Roebuck mail order catalog business. But people started getting, how do we put it, creative.
Here's my package. She only weighs 48 pounds.
All right then, pin the address to her sleeve and slap some stamps on her coat. We'll put her in the baggage compartment and get her delivered.
In 1914, the Idaho parents of 5-year-old Charlotte Mae Pierstoff actually mailed their daughter to her grandmother.
Should we mark her fragile or perishable?
The cost of a train ticket was prohibitive, but the cost to mail Charlotte Mae was only 53 cents in postage.
Boy, you just can't beat those savings.
And one Ohio couple mailed their infant son to his grandmother.
Look at that! My grandson arrived with the morning mail, and only a little bit wrinkled.
But before you judge them, keep in mind, they did insure him for $50, okay?
Of course we did. We're not heathens, all right?
But by 1915, the Postmaster General had had enough when he said something like,
"For the last time, people are not parcel packages."
And that was the end of kids as mail. So the next time you complain about your package arriving late, look on the bright side. At least it wasn't your niece.
The Always Wondered podcast.
Here at Always Wondered, we love hearing from our listeners, and we got a nice note from Charlotte. I think that's the person, not the entire city. Although that would be fine too. The more listeners, the better. Anyway, Charlotte enjoyed our segment a few episodes back on why we dream. And she had a fantastic follow-up question, so we'll ask it now. Have you always wondered, do our pets dream? Or are those leg twitches and little mutterings just bonus entertainment for us? Well, scientists say yes, pets do dream. They've tested all kinds of animals, and it turns out that most mammals do go through REM sleep, just like humans. That's the stage of sleep where your brain goes full Hollywood and starts making movies from your memories. So your dog could be dreaming,
Squirrel! Gotta get the squirrel!
or your cat,
At last, I have it cornered. That elusive red dot. Oh wait, where did it go?
or your hamster. Yeah, well, awake or asleep, it doesn't really matter. They're just running the wheel. Researchers say dreaming helps our pets process and learn, kind of like us. Dreaming may be sort of a brain housekeeping, filing away the day's experiences into long-term memory, whatever those experiences may be.
The UPS man returns? Not on my watch!
No one can outstare me. I am the master of the unblinking gaze.
Please stop staring at me.
So if Fido's paws twitch or Mitten's whiskers wiggle, go ahead and let him sleep. They're probably chasing something or plotting revenge or who knows what.
Last night I dreamt I had thumbs.
That sounds absolutely terrifying.
Just tell them pleasant dreams.
It's the Always Wondered podcast.
It's time now to sniff out one of life's stinkiest mysteries. In fact, it's a question we posed briefly on a previous episode. So let's see if we can't give it a proper answer. Have you always wondered why we say PU when something reeks?
Is it short for peculiar underarms?
Nope.
Putrid undertones?
Nope.
Please unsmell that.
Maybe it should be, but no. It turns out that the initials PU don't stand for anything. It's just something we say, or more precisely yell, whenever the stench level goes off the charts.
Yep, that's the smell of Jim Sock's week-old tuna and total despair.
According to language experts, PU comes from the Old English word pew, spelled P-H-E-W. It first appeared in print in the early 1600s and is described as the sound one makes when puffing or blowing out air. The same kind of sound we make when we realize that someone microwaved fish in the office again.
Come on, Steve. There's a sign right there. It says no seafood.
My bad.
Over time, the word pew got pronounced more like P-U, and eventually just got shortened to the letters P and U, which ironically is another way to spell
Run away before your nose dies.
And there you have it. PU doesn't stand for anything fancy. It's just a shorter version of the sound our medieval ancestors made in the age before plumbing, when the contents of the chamber pot just got tossed out the window.
P-U.
So the next time you wrinkle your nose and say
P-U.
Sure, it may smell bad.
P-U.
But take heart that you are continuing a proud human tradition of being totally grossed out by other humans.
P-U.
The Always Wondered podcast.
Well, that is going to put the wraps on another episode of Always Wondered. If you haven't done so yet, we would love for you to hit subscribe. And just to let you know, we're not above bringing your mother into this.
Hi, sweetie. You know I don't like to pry, but I was just wondering if you had subscribed to this podcast yet.
And if you get a phone call like that, you know how it's going to end, right?
So when are you going to give me grandchildren?
But really, we appreciate you listening, and we welcome all your support. Remember, check us out at facebook.com/alwayswondered. That's where you'll keep up to date on what is coming up next. Plus, you'll find links to fun little videos on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, okay? And as always, we leave you with one to ponder. Have you always wondered why you never see a headline that reads, "Psychic wins lottery"? Seems like it should be a natural. So until next time, stay curious and keep wondering. I'm Rick Peterson. Thanks for listening.
The Always Wondered podcast. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, leave a 5-star rating and a review. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you pod. Feel free to offer suggestions for future topics or simply reach out to alwayswonderedpodcast@gmail.com.